So we are back, and this is Doc the Journey episode 5. And if you're reading from the title, we finally hit 100,000 euros per month. We hit it. It's out, cat's out of the bag. We did it in March. We hit 100k per month at last, and feels crazy even sitting down recording this, breaking down how we did it. But yeah, we we pulled it out of the bag and we made it happen. 100,000 euros, our first six-figure month with the agency. Absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. Well, I can't believe it because everything that went into it, but it's absolutely wild. 100,000 euros in March. So what happened? How did that happen? How do we go from last week having a video saying maybe, oh, this is going wrong, this is going south, to we did 100k in a month? Once again, it was another grind of a month. Things were looking against us, were unfavorable. Lead flow was slower. The speed of how we were closing deals and sales, everything was pushed towards the end in the last week, but that's expected. And that's one thing I've learned coming into business is when the urgency and the pressure is there, everyone pulls together. And that's exactly what happened. On the last day of the month, everyone pulled in. Day of the month, week of the month, couple of days of the month, everyone pulled in together, and we closed it on the 31st of March, just Monday gone, which is absolutely wild to say. And yeah, it was probably 11:30 p.m. and we got that last payment over the line to make it 100,000 euros is what I wanted, and also obviously 100,000 USD also as well, US dollars. So yeah, we have had a hectic month and a crazy month. From being banned on payment processors to having to use two different payment processors to get it over the line, late payments from clients, it was all kind of stacking against us, but everyone pulled together, everyone made it happen, and we got it over the line. And shout out the whole team, every single one of you. We got that over the line. And it's just crazy because it's such a pinnacle point to try and shoot for. Is like that first six-figure month, everybody talks about it. It's such a grind to get over it, and to finally break that belief and actually make that happen for the first time has just opened my point of view in terms of what's actually possible. But yeah, it was crazy. Monday was crazy. We hit the number, we had it confirmed. Whole team jumped on a call, all the sales team, everybody, and we were just ecstatic for an hour, and just going back and forth, talking about the month, talking about the most of the conversation was what's the next target, $250,000 a month, 200k a month, etc., etc. But yeah, I truly don't think I'll ever have that feeling again to an extent, because it's just so new, and everything after this will be less and less and less impactful overall. So yeah, it was crazy. One thing I am going to say is it's very fleeting hitting a number like that. The excitement lasted for an hour tops. Went to sleep, woke up the next day, back to zero for the month. Worrying about this is going wrong, that's going wrong, this is a problem here, gym, fitness, health, everything. The usual things that I concern myself on a daily basis, they all flooded back in. Money does not solve those problems. It truly doesn't. And I've learned that. I always knew that was going to be the case, which is good. It's not like it hit me and like, oh, this is what it feels like. No, I knew it was going to feel like that. So yeah, it was very fleeting. Everyone got back to work, but yeah, that period of time enjoying it was amazing. Called mom and dad at 12 p.m, shared it with them, which was truly crazy and incredible. Got it all on video. So shout out you, mom and dad, sticking by me, and the whole fam, sticking by me the whole way. The first person I wanted to call to share it, and they were ecstatic once again also. So that was incredible. But yeah, that's what happened. We pulled it through in the last day. Sales team pulled through, new clients pulled through, payments that were out there got closed, got them over the line, and we crossed that month. I kind of spent a good bit of time that night just like thinking back, because obviously anyone watching these videos for the first time sees Doc the Journey. Well, I've re-uploaded some of my older videos from like 12 months ago, but I've been doing this stuff for 3 years. 3 years of trying to be in business and getting nowhere with it, being between 5 to 10k per month, which most people will say is like, oh, that's still amazing, that's still great. In my mind, it's not, because naturally I had much bigger goals than that. this is not an overnight success whatsoever. This is failure, chopping, changing, doing this business model, doing that business model, selling this service, selling that service, thinking I was making more than I was a year ago, not really understanding how business actually works. And you need to constantly, every month, keep going and re-signing and re-bringing in new clients. So this is no overnight success. This has been a grind of 3 years. And this is only 100K per month. 1 month doing 6 figures is fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. A small business is classified as a business that does between $1 and $10 million a year. Let that sink in. And I have let that sink in. Is we are tiny, nothing. But just in this online world, it seems like a big deal when you hit 6 figures a month. Fucking, it's putrid. It's tiny. So we've a lot of work to do. We've a long year left. That's the quarter over, but we've a lot of work to do. So yeah, but just I was kind of thinking back through doing this in a college dorm in first year in college, when I finally made the decision that no, fuck this isn't for me. I need to start doing something different. I need to start thinking outside the box. When I bought that first course, when I started in that first progress, when I started that first service, when I made that first few $1,000s, everything, there was no team. I was trying to grow it while working a full-time job in the summer months. And I practically just sat down the last day and thought through every single month for the last 3 years. Because I remember every single one of them, business-wise, what was going on at the time, how I was feeling, what problems I was dealing with, etc. It was crystal clear. And that really kind of made it, which is important to reflect and not just move past it. And I took the time to do that, which was essential. I'm thankful I did, to really think through how far I've came, how far the businesses came and everything. And that really opened up to me like, wow, we've came a long way in the last 3 years. Things have changed a lot. And it was that was a good feeling. I was really proud of that, I must say. Just to think through everything I've gone through and chopped and changed and all the issues and problems. Came a long, long way. But yeah, crazy. Really, really, really crazy. I'm really proud of what I've done and what the team has done and everybody has done. It's beyond, I'm not going to say beyond what I ever expected, because we expected it to happen. That's not true to say. At the start of the year, I made it crystal clear to everybody we are going to do 6 figures at the latest by the end of Q1. And on the last day of the quarter, we pulled it in. And how did you make that happen? How did you know that was going to happen? How did you kind of future pace it? Through the work. It didn't just get pulled out of my ass, that number. This was built in a blueprint, in a docs, multiple different docs, in terms of how we were going to get there. Progress was tracked. The beliefs and desires that needed to break in order to get it were broken down. All the numbers that were needed, what we needed to spend, like that was a constant reinforcement and reminder to myself every single day in terms of where we're at in the progress, where we need to be, what needs to be done, and that allowed it to occur. You can't just throw a number out there and say, I'm going to do this, or you just teeter along and there's no fucking action behind it. You need to constantly be reminding yourself what the goal is. Are we on track for it? Are we doing enough? Every single fucking day. And we did that. And it showed the proof of doing it. As well as that, simply just writing it down every single day. I tracked for the last 3 months, month to date, what we were doing on the month every single day. I can tell you by going into this journal, on the 20th of February, we had done, by the 20th of February, for the month of February, we had done 31,771.90 euros, just as a random example. But every single day I wrote down, I will collect $100,000 in February. I will collect $100,000 in February. Didn't do it in February. Came to March, wrote it down for all of March, and we hit it on the last month on the 31st of March. So just a constant reminder of what you're working towards to stay aligned with the goal. As well as that, a lot of it comes down to just breaking your beliefs on what's possible. A few months ago, it seemed insane to me to hit 100,000 per month. Our team was half the size of what it was. We had no sales team. We had no sales processes. We were launching a new product. I was very uncertain, completely. So now I've done it. 250K per month seems the same way. But I know it's possible. Because if 100 is, 250 is. If 250 is, a million a month is. Everything is. So you need to break your beliefs and desires in terms of what is actually possible for you to achieve. And that's up here. That's not just spending more on ads or doing more on this or sending more cold emails. That's all up here. And just helping yourself to understand that it actually is possible, putting yourself around people that have done it before. It's the only way you're going to get there. And one thing I'm looking at now is this 250K per month. I know people who've done 6 figures per month, etc., etc. Not many people have gone on to $250,000 a month with an agency consistently. So that's another whole ball game that I need to play. I need to reinvest some money into mentorship, coaching, whatever it is, to be around people that have done that, because don't know too many, can't find too many. So that's going to be something in itself. But yeah, they're just some of the points and kind of points to lean into in terms of how we got there. And for anybody starting in business that's just getting kicked off, signing the first few clients, it seems so difficult in the beginning. But you just have to envision that other people have done it and I can do it too. And it can be unsure in terms of how you're going to do it completely. And I get that. I'm not sure how we're going to do 250K per month. Exactly. I've a very strong idea, but not clearly. And trying to get as clear as you can in terms of what's required to get there is essential. But it can be very difficult when you're beginning to actually know what those steps look like. So that's where you surround yourself with people that have gotten there, that are 2 steps ahead of you, not 10 steps ahead of you. Someone doing $1 million a month, you cannot relate to them at all. You need to relate to the people that are 2 steps ahead at 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, etc. That's essential. Is put yourself around them. Break your beliefs in terms of what's possible. Every single day, remind yourself of what you're working towards. And never take the foot off the fucking gas. Every fucking day, foot on the gas 100%. There's no excuse. 0. You're doing this for yourself, you're doing this for your future family, you're doing this for everybody around you, your team, you're supporting everybody. And that is the number one thing for me right now. Just to lean in on that, is the team. We all got on the call the last day, and I was on that call and I was like, I'm giving these people and these individuals who are now friends of mine a life to live, a lifestyle, something to work towards on a daily basis. And that's what made this incredible. For me personally, it wasn't like, wow, great, $100,000 has been made in the business. It was, everyone else gets a piece of this. Everyone else gets a cut. Everyone is growing together. Everyone is motivated to grow it. And that was fucking cool. That was very fucking cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Doc the Journey, episode 5. Our first 6-figure month. Crazy, incredible. Proud of me, proud of everybody in the team, as I mentioned multiple times. And yeah, we have a lot of work to do to get to the next stage. You wake up, goalpost shift. Next goal is there. 200, 250, we're not sure exactly yet. This week has been about planning and prepping for what that next goal is and next target is. But, well, very happy and very impressed with myself to be able to make this video. When I started the start of the year, I envisioned making these types of videos and hitting these months, and I always watched people doing these things and how did they get there as I was struggling and going through it. So yeah, incredible. If anyone business-wise needs help, needs a hand, I don't sell anything to anybody except our own business. Reach out to me, shoot me a DM, whatever it is, more than happy to help. But yeah, 6 figures, baby. Now, time to go and do it again, but 10 times bigger. Appreciate everybody watching. See you next week. Ciao.